Hello and welcome. My name is Clyde Howe. I am the General Manager for the Anihan Group. This is the business plan for our restaurant business that we are planning to venture into, Green Shack. So, to give you an overview, our mission is to produce healthy and delectable vegetarian snack products dedicated to support local farms. We will focus on the production of goods that are made from high quality, natural, and organic harvests that are sourced from the Cebu farmers. We will incorporate nutritional quality, good taste, and quality ingredients in our orders in order to provide better health and healthier alternatives for people who wish to improve their lifestyle. Our vision is to improve the health of the people, sustainability of the planet, and to support the locals. Our value oriented goals are to provide healthy options and alternatives, improve people's nutrition and health, help the environment, and to be a business that benefits society and support local farmers by using local produce in our food products. And our objectives are to have recipes with plant based ingredients, natural and fresh ingredients, practice organic farming and invest in biodegradable packaging, and apply the farm to table philosophy. As for our organizational goals and objectives, it is to increase the company's profitability throughout the years, diversify and grow revenue streams, attract and retain customers from target markets. Our objectives are to follow a budget to ensure finances remain in order, expand product offerings, and develop opportunities to expand customer reach, and evaluate marketing strategies effects. The Anihan Group is a food manufacturing business that offers vegan and vegetarian options such as burgers made out of mushroom, sweet potato, and squash. As for our size, food and beverage processing is a booming industry in the Philippines, quadrupling to $27.1 billion in 5 years. The food process industry contributes 50% of the country's total manufacturing output. As for our competition, the list below is a list of the major companies in our market. Here we have our key success factors. For our direct competitors, we have Lunhao Vegan Cafe, Tonic, Cafe George, Cafe, Only Vegan Food Cebu, and Mushi, among others. And for our indirect competitors, we have Wellness Land Vegan Cafe and Health Food Store, Healthy Options, Live Life, Cebu Buyog, AMGU, and Veggie Tabay. As for our potential competitors, any restaurant in Cebu that sells burgers could be a potential threat to us because although they serve animal meat, they could always venture into offering vegetarian or vegan burgers.
Hi, I'm Faith Doll, and I will be reporting about the marketing plan. So here we have geographic. The business will be operating in Mandaue and Cebu City. Thus, the customer segmentation of the business will directly be the residents of these cities. Demographic. All ages are included for the target market. For the customer's occupation, the students employed and self-employed population are included. Lastly, for the gender demographics, the business serves both male and female. Behavioral. Benefits sought by people who want to try vegan and vegetarian options or go into vegan or vegetarian diet includes acquiring nutrient-rich diets, eliminating some of the possible risks that research has associated with harmful animal fats, and eradicating animal harm and cruelty. Psychographics. The social classes for vegan and vegetarian customers are the people coming from the middle and upper class. Most commonly, the adults are more health conscious. These people make good dietary habits an important aspect of their lifestyle. Target market. With Anihan Group's vegan and vegetarian shop, we will be focusing on the male and female, young, middle-aged, and older adults living within the city of Mandaue and Cebu. However, our products are not just specifically targeted towards vegans and vegetarians. We would also like to target those people who would want to start a healthy diet and lifestyle. Positioning. The snack bar will be positioning itself in the market with a farm-to-table philosophy that embraces a sustainable approach to agriculture and dining. Through this, the value of eating local is emphasized. For the quality of the food, the business is looking towards acquiring its supply from organic farms in Cebu. For the benefit, the use of Cebu-grown produce will help promote the appreciation for the quality local products. So here we have the marketing mix for our product. For our product, we would want to make use of organic ingredients. We would want our image to be homegrown and our branding to be organic and beneficial to society. We would also want to be sustainable and to help people improve their health and nutrition. Here we have our pricing program. Cost plus pricing and psychological pricing strategy will be used by the business. Distribution channel. The distribution channel for the vegan and vegetarian snack bar will be through their physical store and delivery service. We will be selling directly to the consumers. Advertising and promotions. The business will promote its vegan products to social media. Various social media platforms will be used such as Facebook, Instagram, and many others. Any paid promotions the business will decide to invest in are relatively at a lower cost compared to other marketing tactics. Aside from being cost effective, this allows the business to create conversation around the brand or product. Lastly, for the marketing plan, we have the sales forecast. In the beginning of the operation, there will be steady growth of burger purchases. From the beginning of the year, there will be an increasing trend with the burgers. Initial purchase sales will start from about 60,000 pesos up to 127,000 pesos at the end of the year. In the second year of operations, there will be steady growth of burger purchases. From the beginning of the year, there will be an increasing trend with the burgers. Initial purchase sales will start from about 120,000 up to 220,000 at the end of the year.
Hello, I am Marian Rose Iabisia, and I am the operations manager of the Anihan Group. So for the supply chain management, we will make use of the supplier producer customer flow. The supply chain flow starts with the supplier and passes through the producer and ends with the customers. Specific steps in our manufacturing process will be discussed further in this chapter. So for our production forecast, there's a gradual increase of the units for the first and second year. For the first year, there will be 420 products in the beginning and 860 products at the end. For the second year, there will be 820 products in the beginning and 1,510 products at the end of the year. For production capacity, we have 16 units per hour and an estimated rated capacity of 256. For the bill of materials, we have our machineries, equipment, and other fixed assets good for 15 years. In the next slide, we have the material cost for the mushroom burger, good for one batch. Lastly, for the bill of materials, we have the procedures and duration. The estimated time is 20 to 25 minutes. For the raw materials, we have here our ingredients and where we can source them from. In the next slide, we have the sources for the rest of the ingredients and the list of materials for packaging. Next is transportation requirement. For appropriate packaging during transportation, the burger will be placed in a paper box and paper bag. Tape will be used to secure the packaging. For the temperature control during transportation, the business will be providing their drivers with a thermal insulated delivery bag to maintain the temperature of the burger. For location strategy, the business will be located at INJ Building and AS Fortuna, Mandaue City, Cebu. Here we have our manufacturing process flow. So for the process flow, this involves the purchasing of raw materials, receiving the raw materials, storing them, and the sale and creation of goods. Under this part of the process, we take the order of the customers, prepare the ingredients, cook, assemble the burger, and lastly serve. Next, we have our layout design. The open kitchen area will allow the people to see the cooking station, food prep station, washing station, and of course a counter where the customers will pay for their food. Next, we have the list of machineries and equipment. Service centers for all three machineries and equipment are available in Cebu. For our manpower, we will be needing a cashier, executive chef, line cook, dishwasher, server, runner, and busser. And in the next slide, we have the recruitment training program, compensation and benefits, facilities, and skills required from each. For the professional firms or consultants to be hired, the Anihan Group will require the assistance of a financial consultant to aid the company's financial manager in financial budgeting and decision making. Accounting services will also be required by the company to construct their financial statements. Lastly, as renovations will be made to the rented space, the company will also require the services of a general contractor. For the raw materials, we have our direct and indirect raw materials. For the work in process, the WIP inventory includes the raw material cost, labor cost, and factory overhead. So we have here our direct raw materials, indirect raw materials, and for labor costs, we have here the initial number of employees we will be needing. For our business enterprise, there is no pipeline inventory as we are the manufacturers and at the same time the seller. There's also no finished good inventory. We make our products when the customer pays for them, thus our products are made to order. For waste management, we have here our non-bio and bio waste. For our waste disposal method, the trashes from INJ building are collected daily. The trashes from our business, along with the other stores in the building, will be put into the building's MRF or service area. For our recycling method, the organic waste produced by the business may be used to make fertilizers. Next, we have the method used in other plants, and we can also see here the cost of waste disposal and clearance from proper authorities or compliance with legal requirements. Lastly, for our project management, we have our PRT, CPM, and Gantt chart. We have indicated here our tasks, projected schedule, milestones, activities, and critical path.
For our business type of ownership, we are under sole proprietorship and will be operating under the name of our general manager. Here is our organizational structure. We have Clyde Howe as general manager, Marian Abesia as operations manager, Faith Go as marketing manager, Cray Uy as financial manager, and lastly, Christine Devener Sarmiento as Human Resource Manager. For our organizational policies, we will be providing our employee with an employee code of conduct as we believe this helps maintain a level of professional conduct in the workplace. There will also be violations towards absences as we would like to highlight the importance of our employees' presence at the workplace. For employee and customer relations, we require our employees to comply with the laws and regulations to maintain safety and health as well as keep the environment of the workplace at peace. We have fraudulent activities with which we highly discourage. For reporting violations and seeking guidance, we would like issues to be properly addressed by the management to avoid further conflicts, and our employees are responsible for reporting any policy violations. Accuracy of company records, reports, and communications where the company is required to have accurate records from financial information to oral and written communications with external parties. The business will be preparing the legal requirements since the business is under sole proprietorship. We are required to be DTI registered as well as SEC. We will also be applying for a business permit and then register with the BIR once all necessary documents are required.
So my name's Cray Uy and I am the financial manager. So for our pre-operating expenses, we would have 13,000 for the first year and fixed assets would be 115,000. So for our machineries, equipment, and other fixed assets, this would be good for 15 years before it totally depreciates, a total of 260,715 pesos. And the total expenditures would total up to 396,731.69 pesos. So for our operating expenses, it would be 26,299 per month. And for our marketing costs for the first year, 5,800. And labor cost, 48,856 for 31 days. For our material costs, which would be a yield of 8 burgers, it's a total of 620 pesos or 77.50 pesos per burger. And our total operating expenses would be 81,575 pesos, and our total project costs would be 480,306.72 pesos. So for our sources of financing, our primary source would be our family and ourselves, and secondary sources would be credit card or banks. For sustainability expectations, the business will not only strive to be profitable, but also eco-friendly. For our pricing and costing methods used, we use cost plus pricing, which almost increases 100% from our cost of goods sold. So for a volume trend, it would have a 6,200 units of burgers sold by the end of December 2022. For our production cost, it would be a total of 77.5 pesos per burger and an additional 100 pesos for daily gas consumption under operating expenses. So for our financing cost, there will be no financing cost since we would be getting our capital from ourselves and our family primarily. And for a tax assumption, there would be no taxes on the first year, and there would be an 8% income tax before deductions on the second year. So this is our balance sheet for the first year. And these are our financial statements for the year 2022 and 2023. So for vertical analysis, here we have our financial ratios. And here would be our profitability ratios as well. So for our break-even point analysis, we would expect to break even at 1,117 pieces of burgers. So for our payback period, we would have negative 2.28 on the first year and 1.66 on the second year. So for our net present value, we have 77,435.16 pesos. So for our industry average, we expect to grow in the following years due to marketing predictions. So this is the expected sensitivity analysis that we will have.
So for our conclusion and recommendations, for the marketing aspect, our supplies will be sourced directly from local farms, which will allow lower costs compared to the markup prices from other sources. We recommend to look for the right marketing strategies that would allow the business to gain immediate recognition from health-conscious vegan and vegetarian community. And for the operation aspect, the proposed product is vegan meat. This is a substitute to the usual meats that are common among food chains. We recommend to create a distinct and quality flavor that would have large appeal in the market as well. And for the organization and management aspect, the Anihan Group is under sole proprietorship by the company's general manager. The Anihan Group name is simply a trade name and does not create a legal entity separate from the sole proprietor owner. Since the company will be operating under sole proprietorship, members of the group must have formal written agreement that although the company will be under the general manager's name, all members will contribute the needed financial sources for that startup expenses. And for the financial aspect, initial capital is 1,306.72. The proposed sources for both long-term and short-term financing would have to come from our personal savings and family.